And Luka, it's great what you did in Dallas. But the difference is in Los Angeles, we expect championships and we expect our superstars to lead us to a championship. LeBron has already did that. Now we want Luka to do the same.
Magic Johnson has finally weighed in on the biggest issue surrounding the Lakers. And whenever Magic shares his thoughts about the franchise, people pay attention. This isn't just another retired player offering an opinion from the sidelines. This is the man who defined the Showtime era, led the Lakers to championships, and understands better than almost anyone what it means to carry the expectations of Los Angeles. Now, with Luka Dončić, LeBron James, and the never-ending GOAT discussion dominating headlines, Magic is delivering one clear message. In his view, the Lakers can no longer avoid facing reality. That's exactly where this conversation begins, because Magic knows there's a huge difference between being an NBA superstar and becoming a true Lakers legend. Luka had already established himself as one of basketball's brightest stars long before arriving in Los Angeles. Everyone recognized his incredible talent, his elite scoring ability, exceptional playmaking, command of the game, and unwavering confidence had already made him one of the league's most feared players.
So we shouldn't have to tell you to be in shape. You should have been about that, right? Especially you're a superstar. So this is going to be an important year for the Lakers, important off season for the Lakers. And we have got to get better and look at the championship. Molly always.
That's why Magic Johnson's message carries so much weight. He isn't questioning Luka Dončic's talent or suggesting he can't rise to the occasion. Instead, he's reminding him that succeeding in Los Angeles demands far more than putting up incredible numbers. With the Lakers, great regular seasons alone are never enough. The franchise doesn't celebrate close calls or reward playoff runs that fall short of a championship. Finishing near the top isn't what defines success in purple and gold. If Luka is truly going to become the next cornerstone of this organization, Magic believes he must fully understand the expectations that come with that responsibility. In Los Angeles, every defeat becomes front-page news. Every postseason disappointment immediately raises questions about a player's legacy. Even weaknesses elsewhere on the roster often become the superstar's responsibility in the eyes of fans and the media. That naturally shifts the conversation to LeBron James. Magic also appears to be looking ahead and believes the Lakers can't afford to remain in limbo indefinitely. LeBron has earned tremendous respect throughout his career. He has earned the right to choose when he wants to step away from the game. But the Lakers are entering a different stage as a franchise. Luka is in the middle of his prime, and Austin Reeves has established himself as a key part of the team's long-term future. Meanwhile, the NBA never pauses. The offseason keeps moving with the draft, free agency, and trade negotiations, regardless of when LeBron decides what comes next. Right now, no one knows exactly how the situation will unfold, and that uncertainty is becoming one of the biggest storylines surrounding the franchise.
LeBron wants to do, and we don't know what the Lakers want to do. Mark Walters, the new owner, has to make that call and that decision, and they got to make it soon because the draft is coming, free agency is coming. So, hey, LeBron, what do you want to do? Hey, Mark Walters, what do you want? And they got to make that before the draft.
That's where the situation becomes difficult. LeBron James is still performing at an elite level, but the Lakers can no longer build their entire future around him alone. That isn't a sign of disrespect for everything he has accomplished. It's simply the reality of where the franchise stands today. The organization has to make decisions with a long-term vision in mind. If LeBron returns, what does that future actually look like? Will he sign another maximum contract, or would he be willing to accept less to give the team more flexibility? Will he continue sharing leadership with Luka Dončić, or is the franchise finally ready to hand Luka the keys completely? And perhaps the biggest question of all, does LeBron still believe his best chance at another championship is in Los Angeles, or is he considering ending his career somewhere else? Magic Johnson understands these questions can't remain unanswered forever. The Lakers eventually have to choose a direction. That's one reason the idea of a Cleveland reunion continues to generate so much attention. Magic has even suggested that returning to the Cavaliers wouldn't be a bad basketball move for LeBron. Beyond the emotional significance of going back home, Cleveland could also offer a legitimate opportunity to compete for a title in the Eastern Conference. For LeBron, it would represent a full-circle ending to one of the greatest careers in NBA history. For the Lakers, it would mark the beginning of a completely new era with Luka as the unquestioned centerpiece of the franchise. A decision like that wouldn't just reshape one team, it could instantly change the landscape of the entire NBA.
Or, the Cavs or Team X would take him for their mid-level exception or for the minimum, of course. But there's no team out there that's going to clear $35 million or $40 million out and say, LeBron, come to us. So who are the Lakers bidding against? At one point,
Brian Windhorst's perspective lines up almost perfectly with Magic Johnson's message. The Lakers need certainty. LeBron James needs to decide what comes next. Luka Dončić needs a roster capable of competing for championships. And the front office must determine whether its priority is extending LeBron's championship window or fully committing to Luka as the foundation of the franchise's future. That's the challenge facing the organization. It's entirely possible to appreciate everything LeBron has accomplished while recognizing that Luka represents the next era of Lakers basketball. Likewise, building around Luka doesn't diminish LeBron's value or treat him like just another aging veteran. The real issue is trying to balance both timelines without committing to a clear long-term strategy. That's also where the GOAT debate becomes part of the discussion. LeBron's next move isn't only about the Lakers, it's about how his career will ultimately be remembered. Every remaining season carries extra significance. Every playoff run, every early exit, and every roster decision becomes another piece of the legacy conversation that has followed him throughout his career. LeBron has recently made his position on the GOAT debate very clear. Rather than avoiding the question or offering a diplomatic response, he stood confidently behind his own accomplishments. There was no hesitation, no false modesty, and no attempt to sidestep the conversation. He made it clear that when it comes to choosing the greatest player of all time, his vote is for himself.
Talking about if everybody was you could draft everybody, who would you draft? And he went ahead and said that I would draft myself. This was in a timepiece, and he was talking about I would draft myself, and I feel like all the other great players would do the same thing as well. They would draft.
LeBron saying he believes he's the greatest is exactly what you'd expect from someone operating at that level of greatness. Elite athletes don't reach the top by doubting themselves. Michael Jordan would almost certainly back his own legacy. Kobe Bryant would have done the same. And if Magic Johnson were making the case for himself, he'd defend his resume too. That kind of confidence is part of what separates legendary players from everyone else. At the same time, Magic has consistently been transparent about his position whenever the conversation turns into LeBron versus Jordan. He has tremendous admiration for LeBron and respects the incredible longevity, historic statistics, and the fact that LeBron has remained dominant through multiple eras of basketball. But when forced to choose between the two, Magic still leans toward Michael Jordan as the player with the stronger overall case.
Spun it against the glass and good. There's nobody alive that's been able to do just that. That boy is too bad, I'm telling you right now. But LeBron is a bad boy too. He's a bad boy. But
that's exactly why Magic Johnson's opinion carries so much influence. He isn't speaking from bias against LeBron James. He's a Lakers icon evaluating another Lakers icon. He understands fully what LeBron has achieved in Los Angeles. He knows LeBron delivered a championship to the franchise. He also recognizes that LeBron's ability to maintain elite performance over such a long career is almost unprecedented in NBA history. At the same time, Magic also has first-hand context from Michael Jordan's era. He experienced the level of dominance, the psychological pressure, the undefeated finals presence, and the way Jordan consistently controlled the biggest moments in basketball. So when Magic ultimately places Jordan slightly ahead in the all-time discussion, his perspective carries a certain credibility that cuts through modern debate and noise. But now Luka Dončić enters the equation, and that changes everything. While Luka is not yet part of the GOAT conversation, he is stepping directly into the high-pressure environment of the Lakers, a franchise where expectations can elevate a player's legacy or completely reshape it. If the organization builds the right structure around him, Luka could spend the next several seasons competing for championships in Los Angeles. If they fail to get it right, the narrative will quickly shift toward whether the Lakers wasted another generational talent. That is the underlying message in Magic's comments, even if it isn't said loudly. The Lakers cannot afford to treat Luka like just another star player. The urgency is real, and the team must construct a championship-level foundation around him immediately. Since his arrival via trade, the clock around the franchise's next era has already begun ticking.
From the Mavericks to the Lakers, I had a source tell me close to Doncic that they've been, wants to be a part of a championship team yesterday. Ever since the trade, they always told us summer of 2026 will show you in the summer of 26. So here we are, so excited that the summer of 26.
This is the part Lakers fans really need to focus on. Luka Dončić is not thinking in long-term rebuild timelines. He wants to win immediately, not in a few seasons, not after development phases, but right now. He's already shouldered massive offensive responsibility throughout his career. He's already experienced deep playoff runs. He understands the difference between a genuine title contender and a team that only looks competitive on paper. If the Lakers fail to surround him with the right support system, size, defense, shooting, and a reliable interior presence, then star power alone won't be enough. On paper, a core of LeBron James, Luka Dončić, and Austin Reeves looks dangerous, but the postseason has a way of exposing structural weaknesses. Balance wins in the playoffs, not just talent. That's why Magic Johnson's message feels like a shift in tone. He's speaking from the perspective of someone who understands what the Lakers franchise is supposed to represent. He remembers an era where the standard was simple: championship or disappointment. There was no middle ground. And he's not asking Luka to wait endlessly for success. He's not suggesting LeBron should control the franchise's direction indefinitely. He's also not entering the GOAT debate for attention or noise. Instead, he's reminding everyone of the identity the Lakers are supposed to uphold.
I think Austin Reeves has been fantastic, but I have a hard time evaluating his game apart from that team, like Luka Dončić, LeBron James, as a third with such tremendous creators. And so immediately as Wendy's talking, I'm like, well, Cade sort of has some of those same characteristics. That makes a lot of sense. I don't know that I would want Austin Reeves to be my second guy, though. I'm still trying to...
At the end of the day, everything comes down to one key question: fit. Can Luka Dončić and LeBron James truly coexist in the same offense without limiting each other's impact? Can Austin Reeves continue his development without the roster becoming overloaded with perimeter players? Do the Lakers have enough defensive structure to compete with elite championship-level teams? Can LeBron still pursue one final title while Luka transitions into the franchise centerpiece? And, above all, will the organization make a clear, decisive direction before the season fully unfolds? That's why Magic Johnson stepped in with his perspective. Because this isn't just about individual talent, it's about the bigger picture of the franchise. Luka represents what's next. LeBron represents everything that has already been achieved. Michael Jordan remains the benchmark that LeBron is still measured against in the eyes of many legends. And the Lakers find themselves balancing all of those narratives at the same time. That kind of situation is never simple, but this is the Lakers. Complexity has always come with the territory. Magic's message ultimately boils down to clarity. Luka must fully understand the expectations that come with wearing that jersey. LeBron has to define what the final stage of his career looks like. And the organization must stop operating as if time is endless. Because if they mismanage Luka's prime while LeBron's final chapter becomes unstable, the discussion won't just be about the GOAT debate anymore.